Welcome to Retrospective Reviews, where I take older games I have yet to experience and do short, to-the-point reviews to determine whether or not they're worth picking up at this later point. This is Limbo, a puzzle platformer released in 2010 to universal critical acclaim. You play a young, unnamed protagonist alone in the darkness, and tasked with surviving the forests and abandoned industrial areas he reaches along his journey. The setting is sinister, brooding and dark, and gives the game an eerily haunting aspect, complemented perfectly by the 2D black and white visuals, which are nothing less than sublime. The mystical world presented in Limbo is the stuff of nightmares, filled with all kinds of horrors, traps and evils, and this knowledge makes the player both excited and fearful of what is around the next corner. The game is also extremely good at subtly stirring the emotions of the player. Through the setting, the violence and the visuals, a picture of dread, void of hope, is abundant. This gives the experience a sense of sadness and of despair. Yet the boy continues to push further into the bleak world, regardless of the danger he faces, shedding a glimmer of hope onto this melancholy story. His tireless struggle to overcome his adversity makes the character, although silent and emotionless, endearing and likeable to the player. The side-scrolling gameplay involves exploration, platforming and puzzles. The world is well designed from a gameplay standpoint. The solutions to the puzzles are often found by careful exploration of the level. Combine these clever puzzles with traps and jumps that require near perfect timing, and elements of physics such as magnets or gravity, and you are left with a challenging puzzle platformer. As someone who is relatively new to these games and plays them only rarely, I found a couple of sections relatively difficult, but never frustrating. My playthrough took me roughly 4 hours, but a more grizzled veteran of puzzle games could probably finish the game much faster. Despite its short length, it includes no filler content. Everything in the 4 hours I played was extremely fun and enjoyable. The darkness, the setting, and the difficulty reminded me of one of my old favourites, Dark Souls, as did the deaths. Expect to die, often and brutally. Despite being black and white, the art style lends itself to a morbid portrayal of your deaths, complete with visceral animations and sound. However, this only serves to enhance the experience as it makes you think about every move. As with every mistake comes an untimely death for your character. For example, bear traps, electrocution, spikes, giant falling rock, more spikes, squashed, drowned, skewered. As I said, this game is unforgiving and it is brutal. To conclude, there can be beauty in darkness, and this is an exceptional game with a fantastic art style, interesting puzzles and a brutal setting, and I would absolutely recommend you pick it up. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.